Hey parents, does your child play with toys only a specific way, such as lining up cars instead of racing them or turning over puzzle pieces instead of putting them together? Maybe your child becomes upset when you try to introduce something new. Many children with autism struggle with rigid or repetitive play, which can limit their ability to explore, learn, and interact with others. Today, I'm going to walk you through some simple ABA strategies that can help your child become more flexible and engage in play. So let's get started. You may be asking yourself, why do some children with autism struggle with rigid play? Well, repetitive play may feel safe and predictable, which can be comforting to a child. Another reason is they may struggle with imaginative and social play because of the unexpected changes. Difficulties with flexible thinking can make it challenging for them to switch gears or play with items in a different way. Step 1 is to meet your child where they are. So first observe your child. See how they play and join in. If your child likes to stack Legos, stack with them. Then gently start switching it up a little bit, such as you can build a bridge between the two stacked Legos or knocking them down and making it super fun. If you meet them at where they are, they're more likely to engage when you start changing things around. Step 2 is to introduce small changes gradually. So you want to make minor changes to increase flexibility. An example may be that if your child likes to roll his cars back and forth, you might take 2 cars and say 1, 2, 3, go, and have them race. It might be fun to see which car makes it to the finish line first. Another thing might be if your child likes to line up Legos, you might want to take the last Lego and say something like stomp, 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 and then put it back. So the point here is that if you start small, you can reduce resistance. And remember to celebrate the tiniest of changes. Step 3 is to use reinforcement to encourage flexibility. So you want to make sure that you're providing praise and excitement and even their favorite reinforcer for even the attempt to be flexible and make small changes. So an example might be if your child attempts to race the car, you can say something like, yay, you tried racing that car. That was so awesome. So the point is to make it fun and exciting instead of making it a demand. Step 4 is to model and expand play in a fun way. So you want to model different ways that your child can play with the same toy, but use enthusiasm. So an example is if your child likes to stack blocks, you might take a bulldozer over and say, we're going to knock it down. 1, 2, 3, boom, and knock down the play structure. Another way may be if your child likes to flip through books, you might stop and point to the car and say zoom, or point to a train and say choo choo. Or if it's a picture book of farm animals, you might say oink oink when you look at a picture of a pig. So the point here is to make it light and fun so that your child doesn't feel pressured. Okay, now let's talk about what to do if your child resists or has a tantrum. First of all, you want to stay calm. And then you want to acknowledge how they feel. So you may say something like, I know it's hard when things change, but we're trying something fun and new. Another thing you could do is use a first, then approach. So first, we're going to race this car, and then you can line it back up if you want. If resistance is really strong, you may want to take a step back and make even smaller changes. So if your child likes to line up the cars, instead of racing the cars, you might just move it forward a little bit and then back. Remember, flexibility takes time. So start small, make it fun, and celebrate progress along the way. The goal is not to change the preferred way of playing, but to gently expand so that they can explore, learn, and have new experiences. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the ABA Parenting branch on YouTube and check out our website at behavioralgrowingtree.com for more ABA tips and resources. Thanks for watching. Happy playing.